Hey everyone, it's your girl, it's Tabs the Stylist. I wanted to do a video, live one with you guys. I just need to kind of come out of my comfort zone a bit more and talk about what the things that kind of sit more with in my heart in terms of what I do as a profession and where my clients are concerned. I have a client here with me today, and she's all natural. She's just turned natural, and she's transitioned from a relaxer, and we've kind of just met up. So I've done her daughter's hair before. You would have seen some posts of her. Two girls are also natural, and yeah, so I've got Temi here today with me. I'm not going to show her picture right now, but I will show you her hair shortly. What I wanted to say was I believe that there's a lot of people that are transitioning and going natural. One, it's either because they're not getting the right treatment, aftercare or advice on how to look after their own hair. They've gone through years of wearing weaves or hair extensions. Now, that is okay to wear weaves and extensions. However, once you do it over such a period of time, it's going to have a huge effect and impact on your hair. So those that do transition aren't actually sure or not confident enough to be able to wear their own natural hair because they've not seen their natural hair for some time, and they don't know how to look after it or how to manage it. So what actually happens is they transition, they say that they're natural, but actually they still wear a weave on top of that. The dangers of that is that your hair can break, it can be damaged, and eventually you can end up with no hair on your head. And I've seen some real severe cases. My client Temi, I'll show you her hair. It's not damaged in any way. It's just very natural. She's got a tight curl pattern, but it doesn't mean to say that she cannot embrace or achieve a nice, smooth, silky finish. If you're someone that follows me, then you will see the transformations and the transitions that I do. It's not always easy to maintain the look, however. One, obviously, weather's a factor, and it just depends on you personally, on how you, if you're someone that sweats a lot, if you go out, it just depends on your lifestyle, to be quite frank, on how you can maintain that smooth finish. But it doesn't mean it's not possible. And I just feel that there's a whole thing about when you're natural that you must be natural. But actually you can be natural and still have smooth, flowy, silky hair. And there's nothing wrong with that. We can still rock a silky look, a smooth look, or the white girl flick, however you want to call it or put it, with your own hair. And this is what I strive to do. This is something that I've been wanting to do or have been doing for a real long time. And this is what I'm achieving and showing my clients that it is possible. It's okay to be natural, and it's okay to have your natural hair and wear it smooth and straight. Obviously, there's another dilemma of, okay, yeah, but then, heat is no good for your hair. It doesn't matter what you do to your hair. Everything's in moderation. It's about how you look after it. It's how you maintain it. It's about the products that you're using and knowing what's right for you and when to know when to stop. I don't advise my clients to, press your hair daily so you get that smooth look. The advice to them is when you leave me, you go home, you use your silk scarf, you must wrap your hair each night. In the mornings, you use a nice light serum to style your hair, which will give you the shine, which will give you some moisture. Some do need a little extra, but when you're using the right products and using the right advice, you can still wake up in the mornings and have your hair silky, smooth and flowing. So, people do get a bit hooked on the whole pressing and straightening the hair, which is the damage that can be caused. I normally recommend, most of the time, when I do a silk press or when I do a smooth finish, it should last you about 2 to 3 weeks. And by that time, you'll do your wash, you'll do your, a treatment again, and therefore you can then wash, treat, and press your hair and smooth it out. There's nothing wrong in that. Again, everything's in moderation. So don't feel like, oh, the best solution is for me to then just put my hair in a weave, because the end results is that you're going to cause a lot of damage. There is someone that I follow on Instagram that's in the States, and I mean, some of the results and the implications of people that haven't seen their hair for years, where they're just the results are damaging. They are, they're left bald. It's to the extent where they look like there's some sort of medical issue where they are bald. And we've got young girls now, younger girls that are going to school that are wearing weaves, and I just don't condone that at all. Each to their own, but to me, relaxing, weaves, stuff like that are not suitable and should not be pushed on young children, young girls. They are still children. Their hair's still growing, they're still developing. And, if you've got money, the other thing is that I want to factor in is that if you've got money to spend on weave, because it's not cheap, let's be honest, whether it's £50, some's 100, 200, whatever it is on your weave, invest that money on your own hair and look after your own natural hair. We, again, sometimes want to go for this cheaper option. So you'll spend money on £150 hair, but then you want to go and look for someone that's cheap that's going to install it. And then, therefore, months after, you're ending up with no hair on your head, because the stylist that you're going to is probably not a professional stylist. They're not going to advise you. They're just doing it because you've asked them to do a service. But, and also they might plait the hair too tight. Some people can't even sleep at night after they've had a weave, or whether it's plaits or extensions. And you really have to, ask questions when you go to somewhere, and especially if it's just one of those little local shops and you're going in and they've got everything going on there, where they're doing the nails and they're doing the hair and they're trying to sell the bags. Please, people, be wise as to where you're going to get your hair done, because your hair, is our beauty. And those of us that do have it, embrace it, look after it. And it's so important, because it's all very well to look good for the minute, but in the long run, and again, you can go to a stylist and you can come out and you can look wicked and look boom in it for the first few weeks. But then afterwards, you're like, oh, hold on a minute, like my hair's kind of falling out here, and hold on, wait, bit of hairline's gone missing here, and all of this. And this is the stuff that you have to be wise of and look at, and, just be more wise when you go to these places. I would rather spend money and invest on good products or on a good service and get the right advice than spend money and get something done cheaply, and the implications and the results of that is I've got no hair on my head. One thing that I advise my clients, and I always say to my clients, it's all dependent on your lifestyle and also what you can afford. And I tell my clients, hey Dubs, how you doing? Hey Stacey, hey Elfie. Thanks for joining, guys. Hey Patricia, I see you guys there. What I always advise my clients is that come to me if you can once a month or once every 2 months for your treatment and your trim. Every 6 to 8 weeks, come for a treatment and trim. They're the two things that I really strongly advise my clients to do. And any chemical services should be done by a professional. In the meantime, I will give them a list of products that they can go and purchase for themselves so that they can use the same products at home. So I know that they're using the right products. If they come back to me and say, you know what, Taz, I'm not too sure about this, my hair's a bit dry or what have you, fine, we can change it up. I don't use always the same product line, and not everything suits the same people. So, it's important that your stylists also give you that aftercare advice, because you have to appreciate some people go and they spend a lot of money in a salon and can spend £100 and odd on getting your hair done, But actually, what do I do in between that? And then, okay, what do I do? Because actually, I'm going to want to wash my hair in the next couple of weeks. You know, what do I do? And, oh, I can't afford to go back to the salon because I've just spent that amount of money. Well, your stylist should be providing you and equipping you with those materials so that you can use them at home for yourself. And that's something that I always advise my clients and tell my clients. So, I'm going to end it there because I do have my lovely client sitting here waiting for me. But I just wanted to, as I said, come out of my shell a bit more and really speak from my heart about the things that I know that kind of is something that people do kind of, you know, hinder and, you know, are never sure about. And as I said, it's okay to be natural, and it's okay to be natural and wear your hair silky smooth. It's okay to have it pressed out. Doesn't mean because you're natural, you know, just to say for the namesake to say that you're natural, but then put it in a weave. So embrace your natural hair. Doesn't mean that you have to have it in twists and plaits and so forth either all the time. So this is what I'm here to do, and this is what I show you guys that you can do, that it can be achieved. And as I do have my client Temi sitting here, although she's seen the results of her daughter's hair, she's not 100% sure on how her hair is going to come out. And this is what I love to do. So I will show you one more time on Temi's hair. And you can see it's natural, it's tight curls. She wears it in weave a lot. And my advice to her is that she is, you know, what does she want to do? Does she want to continue to wear the weaves, or does she want to embrace her natural hair but be able to manage it and still have it silky smooth and smooth as a weave would be? And this is what we're going to achieve today. So I'm going to do a silk press, which will consist of a nice shampoo, a beautiful luxury head massage. I'm going to be using this Paul Mitchell smooth shampoo and conditioner. So, which is the super skinny smoothing treatment, shampoo and conditioner, and you will see the final results. Okay, guys. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. And yes, Dubs, I will give you a call soon. All right. See you later. Bye.